Hi everyone, I'm Kelsie and welcome back to my channel, Connecting with Spirit. So in today's video, it's just sort of some random thoughts that Spirit wanted me to talk about actually, and how we are moving from 3D to 5D and what the energy of 5D kind of encompasses. So 5D is the energy of pure unconditional love. It is unity consciousness. But what they really wanted me to talk about was to talk about God and what God is and what God means to me. So this is a huge topic. And for me, I don't see God as like an old man with a beard in the clouds. For me, God is an energy that I would usually talk or call prime creator. So this energy is one that I have felt a number of times actually on my healing journey, on my path. And it's kind of like I've had instances where the timing has just been so spot on. There's no way it's a coincidence, that there must be some supreme divine being behind it all. And it's in those moments where I have felt the energy of that presence, kind of like where the veil has been lifted, and I can feel the energy, not necessarily see a person or a being or something like that, but I feel the energy of this divine benevolent presence. So I've had many moments like that where I've just felt that connection between me and this energy, is what I would say. And then I have also noticed that what I would usually call the universe, because I do talk about the universe a lot, is actually a different energy to God, or who I call prime creator, which I thought was really interesting when I was thinking about it the other day. Because I guess before I would have kind of lumped them together, they would have been one and the same. But I have had a spiritual experience where I connected with the energy of the universe, and we kind of had a conversation. This was many years ago, and it was like no energy I had ever felt before. Kind of like the equivalent of getting blasted face first with a power washer is the only way I can describe it energetically. It was a really interesting experience, and I had a conversation with the universe. Again, it was the first time I had connected with this energy, and I had felt its energy, and I had felt nothing like it before. But then when I started to have these other experiences where I felt like the veil or the curtain was being lifted back and I could feel the divine creator, that was a different energy as well. So I would generally talk about beings and these sorts of things in terms of energy, because that's what I feel my first language is in energy. I'm fluent in energy and feeling energy. So I just wanted to put that out there to draw your attention to it, to open it up for discussion, because like I said, Spirit just wanted me to talk about it today, and it seemed really random. And then the other thing I wanted to say was, to talk about the energy of worship and how in society, I guess, we worship these divine beings or these energies, whether it's like the gods and goddesses like Shiva or Vishnu or Buddha or Allah or whoever it might be, that there's this energy of worship around it. And what I have found on my journey as we move into the fifth dimension anyway, is kind of like this energy of worship is dissolving, or it's going away, like we're moving out of that energy into stepping into our own divinity and realizing that we all have the God spark within us all. And we are that energy, and that there is equality between us and these other energetic beings, that there isn't really a hierarchy, that we are equal, the energy of equality. And certainly when I work with the angels, which I do a lot of the time, I'm an angelic energy healer. The angels, when I work with them, I have never felt like they're up here and I'm down here. Like, I have never felt inferior. Certainly, I had some work to do on myself. Like, they did bring up some old wounds that I had with regards to like feeling unworthy and worthlessness and all this sort of stuff, which was mine. But other than that, I have never felt like they're above me and I'm underneath, or it's somehow some sort of hierarchy, or where they're better than me, or this sort of energy. It's always been a feeling of equality, like we're equal. And I just wanted to also put that out there for discussion as maybe a different perspective as well, because quite honestly, I love thinking about things. I love hearing different perspectives on these sorts of things, because it generally opens my mind if it's something that I haven't considered, and I just really enjoy that. So I wanted to throw out my different perspectives on this. If you have any other perspectives, please feel free to share them and link them, or talk about, or comment even in the description box and let me know, because I would really love to hear your perspectives. As I said, I love thinking about these sorts of things, mulling it over and learning different perspectives. So this was just my one that I wanted to share, and also being nudged by spirit just to talk about it and put it out there, about the energy of equality and being equal, because it seems like that's what we're moving into as we move into the fifth dimension. And the other thing I wanted to mention is to do with sensitivity and having an open heart as well. This also seems to be a prominent energy as we move into the fifth dimension, because I know myself sometimes, because I am very sensitive, and I would find it like, I would feel it as a double-edged sword sometimes, where there are high highs and also low lows. And sometimes it's really hard to be that sensitive with an open heart in this world, because it seems like there are so many things that want you to shut your heart down, to stop feeling. And I have had many times in my life where I've actually numbed out and I couldn't feel to the extent that I usually feel, and I missed it. I missed my feelings. I missed feeling to the extent that I do, because it is who I am. It's a huge part of me. And I was basically talking about this to my spirit guides, rather complaining about my sensitivity and how difficult it was to navigate the world, certainly now. Anyway, and they were just saying that it is the way forward. It's where we're headed, that sensitivity is a trait of the fifth dimension. Having an open heart is a trait of the fifth dimension, and it just shows that you care. And that's just the energy that we're moving into at the minute. So I also wanted to put that out there for all you sensitives out there. To know that you're not alone, and it is difficult, very much so at times, particularly now with everything going on in the world and the wars and everything. It is easy to shut down, to kind of close yourself off, to wall your heart so you don't feel all the things that you are feeling. I can totally understand that, but it is a gift, and not everybody else can feel to the extent that we do, and I wouldn't change it for the world, because it's what makes me feel alive. Even despite how difficult it could be sometimes, I cherish and honor my sensitivity. So that's another thing to say about the direction that we're headed into the fifth dimension. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Like, there are other things to talk about in the fifth dimension, but I'll leave it with that, those 3 points. Do let me know what you think, what your thoughts are in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for being here, for tuning in. And until next time, take care. Bye bye.